Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are ready to head back out into the world to see what has changed since beating Ketheric. And I guess the army heading on the move. We've brought Karlach into our party rather than Minthara. Astarion's back since Gish'ra left. We are back in the tower. I guess, do we just head out? Are we supposed to talk to anyone? What do we have journal-wise and on our map? Head west on the road to Baldur's Gate. Head west on the road to Baldur's Gate. Traveled the road to Baldur's Gate. Well, that seems pretty informative. Main quest is go to Baldur's Gate. Go to Baldur's Gate. I think we're supposed to just go to Baldur's Gate. Yeah. It seems like that's where we're at. Okay. With that in mind, should we fast travel or just walk? It's not that far away. I think I will walk just in case we run across anything on the way of interest. Random flaming fist.
The heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I already have allies, true. I know, that's why I just recruited Halsin. We recruited Halsin ages ago. Though we asked him if he would still journey with us. Enough lives have been lost. I don't want to send others to their death. I don't need allies. I have you. Ha! I already have allies. Wondering what other allies she thinks we need.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Will there be anyone left when we arrive in the city? I will seek more allies in the city. Very true. Think about it. We'll build an army to rival the one of the Absolute. That'd be super nice. I guess, what allies is she thinking I should have grabbed? Will there be anyone left when we arrive in the city?
Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Yeah.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
That would be ideal. Random pouch. I'll take the wine. Oh yeah, there was this tower here that I kept saying I was going to go check out and then never did. Anything of interest? One crate. Thieves' tools, orange, and a bagel. Wow, I'm so glad we came back for that.
Let's have a look.
More random pouches? These must be leftovers of bodies that I killed, and it eventually just despawned them into pouches. Seems a simple way of clearing up bodies, I suppose. Still farther up, I think. Around this way, maybe? I think we fully explored this whole area, so I don't need to spend too much time looking around to see if anything stands out.
Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Yeah, I think we've done everything leading up to that road. So I think we are ready to finally make our...
The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
Yeah, we're going to make our way to Baldur's Gate now. I assume this is Act 3?
March. And Baldur's Gate is their target.
Drop a save just in case I forget something. You're about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you may not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. I believe I've done everything. So we will continue.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
That's fast. Daniel and Oliver are doing good work. You can still see the remnants of the Shadow Curse, so it didn't fully erase it all. But I assume with time, the new living plants will slowly wipe out the Shadow Cursed plants.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Well, she's thoroughly insane. Is this an outer wall of Baldur's Gate? Or is this...
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. One sleep away.
Okay, so we have gotten to Baldur's Gate. Because I think we've heard of a few towns near Baldur's Gate, and I didn't know if we'd be going through them on the way. Worm's Lookout. Okay. So we are at Worm's Lookout, and it looks like this is effectively camp, because we are in our camp clothes.
Moving in.
Let's just grab the wine as usual.
Maybe I need more pockets.
See what else we can find. Empty crates, don't care about them. It's interesting because typically camp is, you know, a place we have to intentionally go to. Like, we decide we're going to camp and it's a separate location. But then after the Ketheric fight, we were suddenly in the tower, but it was sort of, kind of turned into a pseudo-camp. And it feels like we're doing something similar here. Where it's like... Okay. Yeah, we've got leave camp, so this is considered a camp. Even more so than the tower was, because I think in the tower we were able to go to camp. So even though we had withers there and whatnot,
Anything of use?
it wasn't actually being treated as camp versus this is. But yes, grab all the things, of course. Those papers are not anything of note. So we'll want to talk to everyone. Wait. Gish'ra, you left. I assumed that the glitch hadn't happened because you were gone from camp. And now here you are. So are we in a glitch state then? If I save and talk to you, are you going to be all annoyed at me? Actually, does she show up? She does not show up as a follower. Okay. But if I talk to you, can I ask you to join my party where you'll say yes and then not actually join the party?
One final night in the open air, and then back to the city. Rest while you can. I fear that quite a bit of work awaits us.
Now that we're traveling together, I realize I don't know much about you.
That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did.
Ha!
If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme.
Is it true that you fought the Dead 3 before? You mentioned you know something of Illithid. Yeah, did you fight the Dead 3 before?
It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
Please, you're only one of those things? I assume that's us saying that she's wise but not old. You're not that old, are you? You seem reluctant to discuss your past. Yeah, I'll be, you know, charming. Try and be friendly with her so that she's not as upset as us. You're wise, you're not old.
Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best.
I wanted to ask you something.
Ask it.
So you mentioned you know something of Illithids.
More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do, foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
Yeah, it's been a while that we've had this parasite, and we've wandered through an illithid colony. Who are you speaking to? Maybe I'm the parasite puppeting this body. It's different this time. The Elder Brain is a slave itself. True. My mind is still my own. I plan to keep it that way. We could just be thinking that. I mean, we're pretty confident, but it's possible that the parasite is making us believe we still have control. I think I'm going to go with the second one. It's different this time. The Elder Brain is a slave itself.
Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap.
Yes.
And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth.
Yeah, so when we saw that cutscene of the two chosen, and they said we need to get the stone back. They didn't expect Ketheric to die. They need the stone back because the Elder Brain is starting to break free. And I was just like, oh, cool. So if we just walk away, their plan fails. Eventually, the Elder Brain will break free, and they lose. And I was like, cool, there's a solution. But then I considered, no, then that leaves a free Elder Brain with a whole host of infected people around, which is also not going to be good. So we can't rely on that. We've got to get over there to keep the Elder Brain in check while we're also fighting the Chosen. All right, join me.
Flattered as I am, you're fully supported as it is.
Yeah, so now I can say, take someone's place. You'll take Astarion's place. He'll stay here at camp. She doesn't say let's hop. That's fine, I suppose. And then Astarion leaves, but she doesn't join. Yeah, so she's in a weird glitch state where the game thinks she's not supposed to be part of my party anymore, but also that she is still part of my party. So it's not sure how to handle it. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm not sure how we really got into that state, and I could have fought it to try and get her to stay in the party, but didn't seem worth the effort to me. Alright, Halsin. And we'll get Astarion back in our party when we run into him.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
How am I holding up in your estimation? I feel like we haven't got to know you properly yet. Yeah, is there anything else for me to know about you?
What would you like to know?
Nothing, apparently. How am I holding up in your estimation?
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded.
Okay. Thanks, Halsin. It's cool to see the two druids hanging out because they're from different druid orders. He's from the Emerald Enclave. I don't actually know what druidic order she would consider herself from. I mean, obviously there's like Circle of the Land, which I gave her as a class feature, but in world, what druids does she hang out with? I don't know. Oh, that's just that same room we were already in. Perfect. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Got another area over here that it looks like we don't have a way up from this side, so we'll check it out while we're up here on this side. So is this going to be our new camp location for a while? Since they gave me this very unique camp area, I would assume so. But maybe once we get into the city, it would be weird if as soon as we get into the city this goes away. Unless it's going to take us a while to get to the city. I just don't know why they would make a whole new location and put us here if it's just a one-night thing.
Well met.
Lizelle, how are you doing?
I'm listening.
Alright, seems like the rest of the party doesn't have a ton to say. We know Shadowheart was preparing something, but she didn't tell us more about what it was.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Want to talk about a relationship? What's happened to us? No.
Of course.
I mean, we can talk about the relationship, but I think we've gone through this a bunch of times. I'll just ask for a kiss.
I thought
Why
you'd
not?
never ask.
Just show that we still care about each other. Even after everything that happened. I think we asked how are you last time. We'll ask how are you faring, which seems basically the same question, but oddly is a separate question.
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
Okay. Looks like Astarion is out here and Karlak. And probably Minthara somewhere. Oh, and you two. Right. Hey, Karlak.
Hey, soldier.
Alright, you two. What's going on with you? Isabel?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Okay, I think we already asked questions. Grab some berries off the bush. Because free food is free. We've got a bunch of these side paths that don't seem to go anywhere. And so I'm curious and want to walk. I am encumbered. Well, that's awkward. Let's see. Camp supplies. I can send all of that to camp. That helps. My alchemy pouch is super full, so let's extract all ingredients. Learn 2 new ingredients. Can I make any more potions of healing? I can't. Well, that is disappointing, because those are the main potions I want. Ah, well. Let's grab all of the heaviest things. I have just 2 empty backpacks. Okay, 3 empty backpacks. No, yeah, this one's empty as well. Weird. I'm still gonna keep the iron flask and the nether stone on my main character rather than sending them to someone else. There we go. That'll deal with a lot of my weight concerns for the moment. We also have an area over here that I'll check out before we talk to the last of the party. Oh, hey Withers. This is where you're haunting. Anything you want to say? Oh, and the girl, Arabella, I think her name was? The tiefling girl, she's not here.
Fate spins along as it should.
So is she finally confident to move on?
Acquire a new ally, or mayhaps a resurrection instead.
It's been a lot of, I guess, hanging out with companions of late, which I hope people are cool with, but I know some people want more combat. There just hasn't been a ton super lately.
As is Cazador.
Yes.
Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. to place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
I mean, we literally just killed a god. Well, avatar of a god. The point is, I'm not super worried about Cazador. Sounds as if you envy him. Not a bad place to be. We need to stop him yesterday. Do you think we can defeat him? Are we strong enough? I don't know if I would say the emotion he was conveying was envy. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some envy in there. But mostly it seemed just disgust, anger, hatred. Like, I don't know if he's necessarily envying the position and wanting that to happen to him. I think he just wants to make sure it doesn't happen to Cazador. Do you think we can defeat him? Are we strong enough?
We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle.
Alright, never mind, it's envy.
This may be a beginning, not an end. I can see myself now. Lord, King, Master. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
Yeah. So you'd kill to take the power from him, the others bound to the ritual. I mean, that's where I'm thinking, like, maybe the ritual only works for him because he's in a different spot. He's a full vampire rather than a vampire spawn. It sounded like it required the death of all of his spawn. Astarion has none. So it's like, I don't know if you can just step into that ritual. You two are very different. But would you be willing to kill a large amount of people, particularly victims, it sounds like, just so that you can have that kind of power? Raphael said the Ascension was lethally diabolical. Yeah. If we can pull it off, we hardly know anything about the ritual. All three are true. But no, I don't think that you should do that. You'd kill to take that power from him, the others bound to the ritual.
What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
See, you say that you wanted death, and maybe at the time that might have been true, but I think what you actually wanted is freedom, because now that you've gotten freedom, you no longer want death. You want it, because if you wanted death, you could make it happen. Instead, you are chasing after your freedom. All that matters to me is you're safe. Freedom is not the same as power. Killer isn't worthy of respect. I don't know if I would state that. We have killed lots. And while we've typically killed for good purposes, we have killed. And I think we're still worthy of respect. Don't get ahead of yourself. We don't even know if that's possible. We're damn right. Freedom's not the same as power.
All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down?
Because killing.
Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finely positioned for yours truly to ascend.
I'm with you all the way. Don't get ahead of yourself. We don't even know if it's possible for you to usurp the ritual. Well, the information will be useful. We'll find the other spawn. Yeah, that's a fair statement. Like, regardless of what we end up doing, more information will help. I promise to help you stop Kazdor. I won't promise anything else. Probably 2 and 3 are the most fitting my perspective. We don't know if it's possible, which is why we need information. So the information will be useful. We'll find the other spawn.
If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. Likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Yeah, it sounded like he needed them for the ritual, and any of them running off like Astarion did ruins the ritual. So I would be shocked if he's letting them just run wild. It would seem like a very stupid thing to do.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light.
What are you talking about? You seem in a good mood. I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up. I mean, he wasn't even there. If we had been in an opportunity to fight and kill the Absolute, which obviously we weren't, I don't know where that leaves Gale if we'd killed the Absolute and he hadn't blown up yet. Because that seems to be his whole plan, is he needs to be there when we fight the Absolute so that he can detonate. And I never take Gale out, so I don't think whenever we do meet the Absolute, he's going to be there. And I'm just not sure how that's going to play out. You don't miss the Shrouded Curse lands, then? Or give him a chance. I guess a chance to keep talking. I'll just say, what are you talking about?
The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Can you learn more from the stone I'm carrying? Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden? What do you suggest? So you're dropping the whole blowing yourself up thing. You think I'll just forget about that? No, I want him to drop that. If he's willing to forget about it, then we are all happy. Why is the crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Okay, we can do that. Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look? I mean, if it's a giant book collection, that makes sense. You want us to go shopping? Get to Baldur's Gate first of all. Sounds like an excellent idea. I will ask why he thinks a Baldurian magic shop is the first place to look, but it does sound like an excellent idea.
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Including the time bomb in your chest, I hope? I'm really surprised I couldn't ask him to examine the Netherese, or the Netherstone. Let's try talking again.
On your mind?
No, we just can't bring it up. That seems weird to me. Alright, Minthara.
You wish to consult me?
You have nothing further to say. Alright, let's go back to Astarion because I forgot to actually have him join my party. After I kicked him out to unsuccessfully have
my favorite traveling companion.
Gish'ra join. I need you in my party. Will you travel with us?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Alright, so we've got him back. And I guess that's everything. We can't leave, so I assume they want me to rest for the night. So we'll toss down another full save and rest for the night. And see what happens from there.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
My intent is to free the world. Not using it for my own purposes. All I want is to be free of the parasite. I will do what is necessary to make that happen. Somewhat true. I will succeed with the chosen, will fail. I will dominate the world. No. When the moment comes, I'll do what feels right. Probably. I will free everyone of this evil. I will be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate. More so that, I think. We are a hero. We will save Baldur's Gate and destroy this whole evil.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
You're under attack. Help me.
Huh. Wasn't expecting that. Well, the episode's already gone long. Not terribly so. But I don't know how big this... Escape to the portal before the Absolute takes control. Ah. Okay, that's not going to actually take too much time then. Probably. Because we've got 3 enemies. And then we just make it to the portal in 3 turns. Alright. Maybe I'll just keep going. Turn that off. I could actually have you do the bite just so you get happy. What is this doing? Oh, it's giving us psychic damage per turn. But that's it. No. -1 penalty to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma abilities, and takes psychic damage until at the end of its turn. Sure. Get your happy stat. Perfect. And then start moving this way. So yeah, that's one of the 3 down. As long as more don't show up, I think we're not going to have any trouble getting rid of them all. Yeah, and they're both already half dead. I'm assuming these Githyanki are Blackith servants, rather than servants of the other guy whose name escapes me. Okay, they are fighting us because we are tadpoled. Ha, you can jump just straight up here. Oh, you can actually jump all the way up to this guy. Well now. Means you won't be able to rage this turn, but that's probably fine. That is a super jump. Still do a reckless attack. Also, Onslaught was the big area attack, right? Yeah, 20-foot range. He keeps saving against something. What are we... Oh, the corrosion. Alright, sure. And this is permanent, so we'll just have that going. Since it's free, means everyone within range is going to get more movement speed. Yeah, so they're not after us because we are necessarily...
I need your help.
Yeah, they're not after us because we are necessarily on the opposite side of Vlaakith. They're after us because we have tadpoles. You can't quite jump up to there. You could jump here.
Let's do this.
Okay, awesome camera angle. Yeah, they're monks, so they have great dex saves. At least they seem to all be monks. Yeah. Do you have any non-dex options? You attack with this. Advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks, dark vision. No, nothing special for attacking with it. Although I might be able to rush attack. No, shame. 3 to 24 versus 6 to 11. Well, that's pretty obvious. We'll go with this because it's a 65%. Although, are we going to get attack of opportunity? I don't think so. There you go. A reasonable hit. Not actually. 13 is kind of pathetic on a 4 to 24. But Guiding Bolt's nice. Oh, I should have realized we were within range and did not. Shame.
Well, so much for peace.
Alright. Now us. Guess jump as far as you can. Even though it's not much.
Very well.
Oh, you have no movement. Alright. Do you actually have the angle to get an attack on anyone? Ooh, yes. Well now. Because you do a good amount of damage with this cantrip. Like, I could use spells, but The cantrip does basically the same damage. So, yeah. Not quite dead. That is a shame. I think Varric's gonna have the hardest time getting to the portal in 3 turns just because he's so slow. Alright. Astarion did stand up. That's good. You can't actually get over to her. Or him. I could use one of his bonus actions. Just unsure with her up on that ledge if he can even just attack at all. But we'll go bonus action dash. Okay, he can attack.
Mutilate them.
Perfect. Then I guess move over to here.
Let's move.
So that you are ready. Oh, a new one popped out. Okay. That wasn't part of my plan. I didn't realize we were just going to keep getting swarmed with new guys. So maybe we should just make a run for it. Huh. Because if they knock us prone, then we're in a bit of an awkward state. Ow. Also, if they end up killing us, that puts us in an awkward state. Alright. Reckless attack on you, just to finish you off. And another attack on you to finish you off. Anything useful to loot? My guess is no. No. I could have you go through the portal. It seems to really want me to do that because the area to click on is huge. But no, just stand in front of the portal, I think. Getting in this guy's way a little bit. It's probably fine. Could have you rage. Might not be a bad call. Arguably, I should have raged beforehand. Not that it overly matters. But hopefully he attacks her. If he moves away, she gets the attack. It's fine, regardless. Oh, dude, no.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Alright.
On the move.
Well, let's just go here. Use a cure wounds.
Take cure.
This isn't going according to plan at all. I guess I should have healing words on Astarion and then used my action to attack. That would have been the smarter call, because now I'm left with a bonus action. It's like I could drink a potion or I don't know. Restore a spell slot. No, I think she's just going to end her turn here.
Still on my feet.
Alright, Varric. Can you get up here? You can. Nice.
No hesitation.
Because ideally, we want to kill this guy. I mean, we don't really need to. It would just be nice. But we're not going to do it with just a single attack. So he will survive to Astarion's turn. Astarion will lose his action but have both of his bonus actions. And then Karlach. Yeah. It's fine. We'll be able to kill him. Move forward towards the portal. Yeah, I think we're fine. I'll take our hits. Astarion does in fact lose his primary action, but with 2 bonus actions, I'm sure we're fine. Although you're not getting sneak attack, even though you have advantage. At least that didn't seem like a sneak attack now. Alright, if you're just choosing not to take sneak attacks. And another Gish'ra. They did say something about Orpheus. So they are here. They serve Orpheus rather than Vlaakith and are hunting us down, not on Vlaakith's orders, but just because we have a Githyanki parasite. I think, Astarion, you are hurt enough that I want you to just go through the portal. Oh, we all go through the portal. It's fine. Help her protect her.
That thing's about to blow.
Well, I suddenly wish Lae'zel was in the party. Like a lot.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
I'm going to save. Well, we need to get in there because they are... I don't know if we're on some sort of time limit of taking too long. Anyway, we're going to save here. Because this episode's already going way too long and it just keeps going. So I will see you guys next time when we continue and find out what's going on here. See y'all then. Bye.